Hey everybody out there in the 360 community, it's Fabien here. You may have seen some of my tutorials on Making 360's channel or read the book Making 360. Well, today a lot has happened in the last few weeks. First, it's my birthday. I've got a new shirt, new apartment, and a new rig. The Mini i3 and the Mini i4 from 360 Designs. And these are the Blackmagic Micro Cinema cameras. So this week I will create a series of tutorials on how to sync and stitch and shoot using the Mini i3 and Mini i4 rigs from 360 Designs. I hope you enjoy it. First we will start by a scene that I shot at the Grove in Los Angeles. Here's the result of what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to show you in the Finder here we have 3 clips that I shot. They are all like ProRes files, MOV. So the size of ProRes is much higher than an MP4 with the GoPros. And I'm going to show you how to handle the sync. Because basically, some ProRes, if you're not using the AAC codec, you won't be able to sync easily with Autopano for some reason. But in general, if you have seen other videos I've made, I like to double check my sync. So let's just open Premiere, and in this video I'll show you how to sync in Premiere. Drag the files in your project. Make sure to wait until all of the audio waves are analyzed. Select all your clips, right click, create a multi-camera source sequence. Make sure to check the audio and press OK, and you're done. Premiere now synced your files and created a sequence. Right click, open the sequence in the timeline. Use the plus key to zoom in, and now you're going to double click on the clip which is the farther, this one, the farther way. Double click, change the time code by pressing command and click to change to frames, and you see that this clip will be synced if started after 54 frames. So here's how you log the offset. You're going to have to figure out the number to input in Autopano Video Pro for each clip. Let's go in Autopano Video Pro and let's drag our files. Click on the Synchro tab, and here is where you can log the offset. Going back to Premiere, and we're simply going to input, let's say, start with the camera 9, this offset. So this offset, in order to log this offset, you will need to subtract from 54 the amount of frames that are here. So let's double click here, and we see we have 19 frames. So 54 minus 19. You can use the spotlight search, 54 minus 19, which is 35. In Autopano Video Pro, camera 9 will be 35. Now we have 2 camera which were not named right, so camera 1, so you could just look at the number here, 1745, and this one 0524. So obviously we will start all clips at 0. So this clip, camera 1, 1745, starting 54 is basically becoming 0, since we're going to be using this offset in Autopano to trim. So this one will be 0, and the second, camera 1, 0524, will be 54. Press apply. Now that you have synced in Autopano, place your cursor somewhere in the middle, click on the Stitch tab, and the recommendation for stitching with the Mini i3 and Blackmagic Micro Cinema or Studio cameras is to use lens model, click Stitch, and you can input 9mm in the focal length and lens type fisheye. Press OK and wait. And that's basically it. You could just move your panel to place the horizon based on the grid perfectly aligned. But I will recommend you to do one more thing. Click edit. If you own a copy of Autopano Giga, make sure to edit in Giga and refine the crops of each fisheye. So here in the layers section of Autopano Giga, I have a little icon, info icon, which is for the image properties. And under the secret crop, I can refine the crop of my clips. So I'll make sure no blacks is inside of this yellow circle. Go to the next camera. This looks pretty good to me. Oh, here maybe we're missing some information. So this can actually help you get a better stitch, and it's actually hidden in Autopano, so make sure to do this circular crop every time. Press OK when you're satisfied. Last, before you optimize your stitch, you may want to update the control points. So you can remove the control points and draw a rectangle once again on each pair of images, or you can also just draw and add more control points on each pair of images without removing the previous ones. And the last pair. Great. Before you optimize in Giga, I suggest you go under Scopes after clicking the Advanced mode and change the focal length to be optimized for the whole panel. Make sure the slider is all the way to the right. Change the distortion parameter to optimize second order and move the slider all the way to the left under Image. For the offset, same as distortion, move the slider to the left under Image, and this will basically change the distortion and the offset differently for each clip. And then you are ready to quick optimize. Great. Last, just under Steps, click Clean the bad point and then do a full optimization, and you should be all set. Just click the preview icon, make sure that your blending is ISO level 0, and you're good to save. You can also apply a little color correction with Autopano, simply using the Auto tool. This will just remove the flatness of the ProRes. I usually recommend you to use like the Vinci or like some better color grading software. And then press save. This will update Autopano Video Pro in the background. As you see here now, we have the new, the perfectly stitched panorama. And the last thing with working with the Mini I and the Blackmagic Cinema cameras, you get such a high quality. The last step would be to render frames and not an MP4. And this depends on your hard drive capabilities. Like, just have enough space so that you can render frames. If not, just go with MP4 and movie. So as you can see, I'm getting 2.9, a little bit above 2.9K resolution. You can upscale this to 3K and it would be perfectly fine. Change your output type to frames. Make sure your frames are 16-bit TIFF. Use LZW compressions to reduce the amount of space you need and remove the alpha channel. Create your TIFF folder and you're ready to export. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we will be looking at how to prepare your clips in DaVinci Resolve and stitch them. If you have questions or specific tutorials you want me to make because you own the Mini I 3 or 4, please ask in the comment sections and I'll make one. I've also included some of the clips from today's tutorial in the description, as well as the stitching template for the Mini I 3. So you can also use it probably on your own clips. Also in the descriptions, click on the demo reel. I have now joined 360 Designs, so I want you guys to check out the quality of working with a Blackmagic 360 rig, and in particular with the Mini I 4. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to this channel. It's gonna be a fun adventure and I hope to see you tomorrow.